404. That's the total production run of Japan's Type 89 Igo medium tank between 1931 and 1939, making it the Imperial Japanese Army's first mass-produced tank and a crucial stepping stone in Japan's armored warfare development. While Western military historians often overlook early Japanese armor, the Type 89 tells a revealing story about Japan's industrial capabilities, military doctrine, and the harsh realities of technological competition in World War II. The Type 89 emerged from Japan's first serious attempt at tank design. In 1925, the Imperial Japanese Army purchased a British Vickers medium Mark C and a French Renault NC-27, studying both before commissioning Mitsubishi Heavy Industries to develop an indigenous design. What emerged in 1929 was purely Japanese, a 10-ton medium tank armed with a 57mm Type 90 gun and two Type 91 6.5mm machine guns, powered by a Mitsubishi 120-horsepower gasoline engine. The name itself tells a story. Igo translates to first model, while Type 89 indicates the Japanese imperial year 2589, or 1929 in the Western calendar. Two variants emerged: the Ko A with a water-cooled gasoline engine and the Otsu B with an air-cooled diesel engine, making the Otsu variant among the first operational diesel tanks, though not the world's first, as often claimed. Lieutenant Colonel Tomoyuki Yamashita, later famous as the Tiger of Malaya, observed early Type 89 exercises in Manchuria. The machine moves like a rhinoceros, slow but unstoppable. Against Chinese forces with no anti-tank weapons, it is invincible. Against modern European armor, I fear it would be a different story. His prescient observation would prove painfully accurate. The Type 89's combat debut came during the 1932 Shanghai incident. Against Chinese forces lacking anti-tank weapons, the Type 89s proved devastating. Their 57mm guns could demolish fortified positions, while their armor shrugged off rifle and machine gun fire. During the Marco Polo Bridge incident of 1937 that sparked the Second Sino-Japanese War, Type 89s spearheaded advances into Chinese territory, earning the nickname Yigo, or Iron Coffin, from Chinese soldiers, a name reflecting both fear and the tank's vulnerability to improvised anti-tank tactics. Technical specifications reveal both strengths and fatal weaknesses. At 17mm maximum, the armor could stop small arms but little else. The top speed of 25 kilometers per hour made it slower than contemporary Western tanks. The leaf spring suspension, while simple to maintain, provided a bone-jarring ride that exhausted crews. Most critically, the hand-cranked turret traverse meant tracking moving targets required the entire tank to pivot. The 1939 Battle of Khalkhin Gol shattered any illusions about the Type 89's adequacy against modern opponents. Soviet BT-5 and BT-7 tanks, with their 45mm guns and superior mobility, destroyed Type 89s at ranges where Japanese crews couldn't effectively respond. Captain Shigeo Matsumoto, one of the few Type 89 commanders to survive the battle, reported, "The Russian tanks moved like cavalry, striking from unexpected directions. Our guns could penetrate their armor, but we rarely got the chance. They destroyed us from distances we couldn't match." Japanese tank crews developed desperate tactics to compensate. They learned to dig hull-down positions, turning their tanks into mobile pillboxes. Night attacks became standard doctrine, negating Soviet range advantages. Some crews welded additional armor plates scavenged from destroyed vehicles. But these were temporary solutions to fundamental obsolescence. By December 1941, the Type 89 was hopelessly outdated, yet circumstances forced its continued use. In the Philippines, Type 89s of the 7th Tank Regiment faced American M3 Stuart light tanks. The results were predictable. The Stuart's 37mm guns penetrated Type 89 armor at any range, while Japanese crews struggled to score hits with their manually traversed turrets. Private First Class Akira Takahashi recalled, "We knew we were dead men the moment we saw American tanks. Our only hope was to ambush them in jungle paths where they couldn't maneuver." Production details revealed Japan's industrial limitations. Each Type 89 required approximately 3,000 man-hours to build, 3 times longer than contemporary Western tanks. The hand-fitted armor plates, individually machined components, and lack of production standardization reflected Japan's transition from artisan to industrial manufacturing. Quality varied dramatically between early and late production models. The Type 89's most successful employment came not as a tank, but as an infantry support vehicle in China. Converted to carry supplies, wounded, or infantry, many had their turrets removed to increase cargo capacity. Others mounted Type 92 heavy machine guns for anti-aircraft defense. This pragmatic adaptation extended their service life well into 1945. Sergeant Kenji Watanabe, a Type 89 driver through 4 years of China service, offered this assessment. "People judge the IGO against American Shermans or Russian T-34s, but that's unfair. We were fighting Chinese infantry with rifles and grenades. For that job, the IGO was perfect. Reliable, simple to fix, and intimidating to enemies who'd never seen a tank. When we finally faced Western tanks in the Philippines and Burma, yes, we were outclassed. But by then, everyone knew that, except the generals." Technical analysis reveals ingenious solutions within limitations. The air-cooled diesel engine of the Otsu variant, while underpowered, simplified maintenance in areas lacking coolant. The bell crank suspension, though primitive, could be repaired by any blacksmith. The 57mm gun, while obsolete by 1941, fired an effective high-explosive round for infantry support. Only 3 complete Type 89s survive today. One at the Bovington Tank Museum in England, one at Beijing's Military Museum, and one at Japan's Ground Self-Defense Force Ordnance School. Each tells the same story. A nation attempting to leap from feudalism to mechanized warfare in a single generation, achieving remarkable progress, but ultimately falling short against opponents with deeper industrial bases. The Type 89. IGO represents more than failed technology. It embodies Japan's desperate attempt to create a modern military without the industrial infrastructure to support it. Every rivet hammered by hand, every armor plate individually fitted, every component machined on equipment designed for building ships. All speak to the fundamental mismatch between Japan's ambitions and capabilities. The tank succeeded brilliantly in its designed role of supporting infantry against poorly equipped opponents. Against modern armor, it revealed the harsh reality that courage and tactical innovation cannot overcome fundamental technological inferiority. Understanding the Type 89 means understanding why Japan started a war it couldn't win. The same limitations that made their tanks obsolete, lack of mass production, insufficient industrial base, shortage of raw materials, ultimately doomed their entire war effort. In that sense, the Type 89 IGO stands not just as a museum piece, but as a steel testament to the dangers of military ambition exceeding industrial reality.